is a countdown. 우린 on fire. 너와 나 이 밤의 끝으로 가. 너에게 지금은 날 살갑기를 마셔줘. 분명히 내를 손짓고 like boom boom boom, like boom boom boom. Step on it. Like boom boom boom, get like boom boom boom.
แล้วมึงอะรักมันอยู่ไหม
จริงกูว่ามันก็ไม่ได้อยากกลับไปคบกับแซนหรอกเว้ยแค่ท็อปไม่เอาอ่ะถูกปะ
คำว่าแฟนสำหรับกูอะนะมึงก็ต้องมีกูคนเดียวปะวะ
กูให้อภัยแต่กูไม่ลืมส่วนความเป็นเพื่อนของกูกับมึงอ่ะมันจบลงไปแล้ว
3 2 1 Happy New Year
Oh, it's over. OnlyFriends is donezo. What an interesting 12 weeks, huh? Like, so many things, all these characters, developments. It's a different little Kiki we're going to do this week. We're only going to be focusing on OnlyFriends series and also the final episode today. So hopefully all of you guys are caught up. If you aren't, this is your time. I don't want to be a... Actually, you know what? If you get spoiled, you get spoiled. I don't know what to say. But you know what? Let's jump in and get this started. I have a bunch of people here to talk about it and also get their opinions on it. So, yeah, let's do it. Oh my goodness, guys. Hello. Hopefully all y'all are doing well. Happy Saturday. Happy OnlyFriends finale day. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode and all that. And now it's time to get into it. Obviously, y'all know I am already not here by myself. I have Elizabeth in the building. Hello, my darling.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, honey. How are you? I also have Jody C in the building as well. Hello. And of course, we have our resident Dion Jackson here as well too. Hello.
Low-key.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can hear you, but there's a lot of... You're low as hell.
Every goddamn week.
He's trying with his headphones so bad.
I hear y'all clearly, but y'all can't hear me, so...
No, it's like cutting you off. I don't know why. It's so weird. Let me see if there's anything I can do on my side.
Thank you, Kai. We actually did our hair today.
Your mic set. Oh, hold on, Dion. 1 second.
What?
Hold on.
Who is it? Dion, you got kids?
What's up?
Hello, Kim.
Okay, say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
I'm making your volume bigger on my side. Okay, go ahead, speak.
Can y'all hear me? Testing.
Can y'all hear him now?
Yeah,
There we go. I adjusted your volume here, so now you're...
Adjusted the series, period.
Yes.
Wait, is that a bow? A leaf?
It's a little sprout.
Oh, you bro. Right.
I went with nature.
Yeah.
I'm a plant dad.
Alright, so we'll just do
You a plant, baby.
I'll have to just do it like that.
Plant happy.
Not plant happy.
Plant happy. On the grill.
Bendito.
Yeah, all right. Excuse me. So we're getting into it, y'all. It's the final episode today.
Period. Done.
Yes, it's over. it's over and it's done with. But now it's time to get you guys' input on how you felt about the final episode. Let's start there. Overall, what do we think? How did y'all feel? Give it to me, give it to them. As honest as possible. Go off.
The episode itself was underwhelming.
Yeah.
I love the series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was
Right.
very there were some things that I was like, where is this coming from? Like this kind of out of left field. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did old boy go?
But I am glad we at least got one unhappy ending.
Yes.
When I said wah, 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 wah.
I'm happy about that.
Child, break them all up.
Okay, so then y'all know how we do this. We go through our plot points, and then I will obviously take the comments from the live as to how they're feeling. So let's jump into the first one. Bowie's last light. Okay. So it continues from where we left off, and then we're all in the pool. I don't know what I was expecting in that moment, to be really honest with y'all. So, because I was just going off of what the trailer said, so I figured, you know, I don't know exactly what happened in the pool there, but now we know. So, how did y'all feel about that? Let's go.
It was dumb.
For what? Like, what was the reason?
What was the reason?
I'm disappointed in Boeing.
Like,
I'm
I
disappointed in
feel like
Ray.
if we were gonna do that, then y'all should have brought Bowen in a long time ago. Because he really flew in,
Yeah.
did what he did, and flew the fuck out. Like,
With no rhyme or reason.
Like I
Bowen-
wish
no, just
right. If y'all were gonna introduce Boeing, y'all should have made him messier. Like
messy as fuck from like maybe episode 4.
Like what kind of bitch coming in trying to cause problems gonna be like, oh, okay, my bad.
Child.
No,
He's
I'm
giving
keep
no
going.
reason to. He's doing. He's like I said before. He's goofy. He's goofy. For what? All 3 pairs?
And then it was Ray and you trying to clock him, and I'm like, but y'all brought him into this. Y'all allowed that. You
Right.
two together. Like, y'all both allowed
Like
to act the fuck up.
y'all literally brought this man like and Ray. I know we got a lot of Ray stands out there. I know. But oh my god. No.
Ray need to keep it cute and just.
Bourne was just an agent of chaos and didn't have any depth in my. Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like.
I wanted the flashback to the whole sand and top and Boeing's thing that happened, so to see his like influence, see how he is. So when he came back, or when he comes back into the main timeline, we be like, oh snap, what are you gonna do? We seen how you was acting before. What you gonna do now?
Like he about to tear it up.
And why? Like why'd you? You know what I mean? You know, like I said, he had motivation. He really.
So, that whole pool, I was so irritated. That whole pool scene, I was so irritated. Because I was just looking at Ray. I was like, you can't be mad. I was like, you literally brought him here.
You brought him in.
Friday.
Like me and Alyssa were having this conversation, and I was like, it's like you put him in front of his face, and I was like, let's flip it. If Sam was to come and put alcohol and drugs in your face, like,
don't touch it. Let's see how long you won't touch it. But I'm like, and then just like all like Ray kissing Boeing, I was like, for what?
That was weird.
Like for what? I was like, we just trying to test and see if Sam will be like, no, like
Ray
mine, like
all the time. He's on brand.
Child.
Ray is very
when
immature.
He showed up to his community service, I was like, of course. So the one thing Sam gonna do is forgive Ray, no matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't
no
matter.
what.
Ray be playing in the man's face, and Sam be like, okay, come back.
That's what people
didn't get. You are him.
Right.
You were supposed to be here.
And that's what people didn't get. People like, I get everyone wanting Ray to do better. I get everyone wanting Ray to do better, but there's a point.
I wanted it for so long.
Yeah, but there's a point where you have to understand that Ray started using his alcoholism and his drug addiction as a device to get people to do what he wanted them to do and to keep coming back because he played the sympathy card all the time. He's like, oh, no, you keep doing this over and over again.
Say sorry and then actually change your behavior, because he be saying sorry and then be doing the same shit the next day.
But you see, that's the thing though. And when in that moment, I was not really here for Ray just allowing that whole thing to go down, just like that. I understand you had your own reasoning, your own motivations, but there's a way to go about a certain situation. You know, clearly there's history there between Sand and Bowen. So why would you put Sand in a very uncomfortable position to confront whatever issues they're having? That's something to be handled between them two, and for Sand to step up to the plate and say, you know what, bruh, calm down. I'm with him. Back up. Like, we're done here. But it didn't happen, and I understand what he said in the episode. I think it was this one or the last one. He said there's still feelings there, there's history there. Okay, well, this is where we at now. That is history. Like, leave it there. Like, let's move forward now. But you know, because there's some unresolved issues, but still, that wasn't the way to go about that moment, in my personal opinion. But I know lots of folks may see a little differently.
It just makes Ray even more unlikable. He's just a piece of work. As much
I tried.
I want to be on that ship so bad. I
wanted them to win. I was rooting for them. After episode, I think it was after the last episode, I was like, man, let's jump ship.
I think so.
Jump ship when he went to go bust down Sand after raiding.
Okay, honestly, that's what did it for me was episode 10 when he was doing that back and forth.
That's when you started packing. That's when you started packing your bags.
Putting the clothes in a suitcase.
Dang, I should have been putting my shit to the left. Everything I owned. It got out of there.
It's bad because Ray had such like depth to his story. Like they could have went back and showed us everything for his mom. Like they showed us a glimpse, but they could have went back and showed us everything for his mom. They could have showed us like what he's dealing with by himself when he's in his like his own head, but they didn't, and they just kept Ray. He just kept going back,
kept being destructive.
But on the flip side, it is kind of nice because not all people who are addicted and like come out of that, and we don't always see that story. So, like, I mean, we saw Ray come out of it kind of like with the jump, but you know, throughout the series, he just kept like, you know, never changing. So I mean, I guess that's kind of like the beauty of it. Is like it's not what you think it would be. Like they didn't bring him out of it, but at the same time, I'm still upset with him.
Jordan said, "Let's feel."
Like,
and you know, they have 12 episodes to work with, so having it to get more episodes to flesh out more stories.
Not necessarily more episodes, just
Rain Sand scenes earlier on the show. I mean, this episode alone, we have so many scenes of Mew and Top just cuddling and like.
Not even Dion. Not even just Mew and Top. The whole Sand and Rain dancing to that whole album on the roof. I was like, we still here?
Like the time in there could have been used for something else. They could have cut that down.
Previous episodes, the same thing. Like I feel like
I don't
with Rain and Sand stuff. Like I'm so sorry. I do not care about the customer service, community service.
I'm
You
yelling.
got too many community service scenes. You got too many like back and forth with. Because here's the thing. I feel like you kept doing the same song and dance with each of the pairs, but especially with Rain and Sand. And I was like, we wasted so much time doing the same song and dance. We could have did something else with these characters. We could have had more stuff with like Nick or Boston or even the lesbians or something.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
That's a lot.
They purposely wasted time. They could have done a better story. You don't need
24 episodes.
No.
Now, also again,
for all that, make a movie. Make a movie if you're going to do
this is not to pacify. This isn't to pacify anybody, but I understand everybody's going to have opinions about this whole situation. So Just make sure we stay within that realm and everybody understands that it is just of an opinion and no one gets their butt spilled, all right? Okay.
And if
All
they
right.
do, we will put you in
And
check.
if they do, well, hell.
Bad.
Just like to, point it out before we continue on here.
No, but yeah, I don't think adding episodes is gonna make the series better as far as like understanding what's going on. Like, you said what?
You think it would have hurt in the series? Heard it?
Yeah. Because
they just
people would
wasted
have been
so much
tired.
time early on.
Yeah, it's
small
just
pockets
certain
of time.
stuff should have been removed and filled with context, basically. We didn't need that. We just need to add more to what we're already watching.
Hold on. I disagree. I think the dancing on the rooftop was cute. We haven't really gotten that much cute moments in Santa Gray, so that moment was nice. See, I'm not just, this is the thing. It was, but the length of time spent on that could have been
short. It was drawn out.
You know,
we had so many like Santa Gray moments.
Yeah. Put it in the box set. Put it in the box set.
Which is also available to pre-order right now as we speak. Actually, you have until the 24th of November to get yourself a copy. Now,
he said put it in the box.
Put it in the box.
Honestly, I like that idea. Like a Blu-ray situation. Longer.
Oh yeah.
It's better pacing, and I think the thing is, if it was cut, you guys wouldn't feel any different. You wouldn't know any different. So
you wouldn't know.
That scene being as long as it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
It was precious, I guess, but it wasn't necessary.
If they cropped it like just half, like cut it in half, because it was cute. But like
it was
cut
cute.
it in half, you would have never known that.
Yeah. Like I would have like equated to like the rollerblading scene with
that kind of got cut.
Equated to the rollerblading scene with Boston and Nick. That wasn't even that long, but it was nice to see that side. But in my headspace, though, I was like kind of rooting for, like something good for Boston at that. So it was kind of cute. But could it have been a little shorter? Yes, of course. You don't have to make things super long just to fill space. You could have put in something else in that moment there. Yeah, we could have gone without the Moonlight Chicken walking tour and the
Moonlight Chicken, they did take a walk.
Speaking of Moonlight Chicken, y'all see Mix come up in there because things ain't work out with Jim.
Huh?
Okay.
Wait,
And then a little crossover because Uncle Jim acted ugly. I'm going over
Uncle Jim acted up, so he had to go find a hospital.
I'm going to the hospital.
Or could things couldn't have worked out with the chief? You know what I mean?
Fine. Not watching it and dancing when nobody else was. Y'all, they was two Tempest and Wayne side to side. Poor Nick.
No, where was the music though?
It was playing.
Yeah, ears.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was playing.
I ain't hear it.
But I'll get to the person that popped in at the end there and what that could possibly mean, which honestly it could mean absolutely nothing. So,
if it is nothing, then I need them to take it back.
That'd be funny, right?
Nothing happens.
Like, he's just here, guys. That's it.
Like, jokes on you.
Like, it's just a jokey joke just to get y'all like,
I want the other actors to come in and stay at the hospital for the second season. Have twins and have
what, like Big Brother? Everybody stay in the hospital.
They're staying there, all the mess, everyone's like.
I would love a Big Brother one. We currently have that with Safe House.
Well, not like Big Brother, but like definitely like the boss coming to stay, a rotation of the actors.
Yeah, you got some secret keys we don't know about.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, I'm in McDonald's.
Oh,
I thought okay.
That's just what happened. But the brother is running around.
Like, what's the tea? Okay. Need to see what happens with that ending. Honestly, y'all, it's probably nothing. But again, that's just what I think. I could be wrong, you know? We'll see. But anyways, moving right along on another point. Again, like I said, from the last episode, I was like, okay, so if this is gonna work, don't fuck it up.
You know what? I can't. Okay, Boston was a messy ass character, he told y'all time and time again that he is not a one man, and y'all and Nick didn't listen.
No, Nick ain't listen. We tried to tell him. He hard-headed. We were like, Nick, read between the lines. Listen to what this man is saying. Nick, Boston literally said, when Nick was like, oh, I'll come with you, he was like, He's like, you stay here.
I'm proud of Nick though.
Got it before you want to come. I was like, Nick, he's like you. This man said you my boyfriend for 2 weeks and 2 weeks only. That's it.
Right. He said trial period. That's it.
But no, you guys are 100% correct. This character has been like, this is what he's been about since like F1. So the fact that this is being showcased, now you actually see it, like Nick said. Like, this is what it is. It's just shocking now I'm seeing it up close. You know? So I felt bad for him, because the way I just want him to have someone that truly just loves him for who he is and just understands him, all that. But that's not what we had. So it was a little like, fuck, you know?
I know better. We did this the first time. It was literally the same situation. He just added, he sprinkled on boyfriend. It's just like he's sprinkled out.
Right, a little salt. He put a little salt on it.
Dion, Alyssa, and Jordy.
Oh, look at him. You look so cool. Check him out. Wow. Look at this hair on, what's his name?
On Jordy?
Jordy.
Oh,
wow.
Thank you.
That's the look, baby. You got that. All right. Look at him.
So, yes. Where we just started talking about Boston. You got something to say? Would you like to see? No?
She said no.
She said no, thank you.
Oh, my. Okay.
I was hoping that Boston was gonna change.
The way that she
Yeah.
here or what y'all was saying. Okay. Let me fix that. Hold on. 1 second. Let me get that. Okay, go ahead now. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, like, it would have been a surprise, honestly, this episode if Boston just did, like, he was completely different. I was rooting for it. I wanted to see it, but then when the whole club situation happened, I was like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, Boston, just be who you are at this point. Be true to yourself.
Yeah. And that's why
if you really think about the show, I think what they were trying to show everyone is that some people can change if they want to. And then some people, that's just their nature. They were giving us, if you really think about the show, they were giving us different pieces of how people are, like Ray. You know, he was going through his emotional stuff because of his parents and whatever, but it took Sam to kind of come in and say, listen, yeah, you went through something, but love is love, and you gotta love yourself first, you know? And then he changed. But Boston, sorry, dude.
That's who he is.
Boston said, I need to be around. I'm around the way.
He's a person that needs an open relationship, and that's it. Just let him be the best little he ever.
Correct.
It's okay.
Exactly.
Correct. But you know what? There are people like that. There are people like that in this world who's just going to be like that. They can't help themselves.
Yeah.
You know? But don't lie to the guy. Nick was so nice and so good and so, I want to be with you. I'm showing him affection, and he's just being a jerk. Who does that?
There are lots of people in the world that do that shit, unfortunately.
That's crazy.
Oh, well, it happens.
Did y'all talk about me yet?
No.
Oh my God. My headache is starting just at the
I'll get there because they have their own personal feelings about how you and Top and how that thing happened. So I'll get there.
Okay.
I'll get there. Right now, I'm just touching on each person as how things happen right now.
Well, I just want to say hi. You're doing your thing. I'm gonna go to my thing. You guys are both happening, looking good as usual.
Okay, all right, have fun.
You know what? I respect her. I respect her for coming up here with the blowout, showing it off.
That's what they give Beyonce curls.
Yeah. Because again, the plan was for her to be a part of the whole thing. I don't know what happened in the last couple hours, but that's okay. No biggie.
She said
she's
I'm
probably
comfortable.
She's
I can't do that. I'm not talking about OnlyFans. Normal.
But that's okay. She's chilling. Okay, so it is what it is. I'm not that surprised. I will say him doing the stuff with Boeing in the back.
On break.
Fuck. That was just not.
I don't know if you have
very much.
I don't know if you have a separate segment on this, but with Boston, what I was said about how they treated Boston was the whole Adam thing.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact that y'all sat there and invited him to this little party and didn't apologize to him for accusing him of something that could possibly put him in jail that he didn't do. But y'all wanted him to apologize to y'all. And that'd be it.
Because that little apology that Sherm gave him when they were at the school, while I was like, okay, you know, all right, but still, like, y'all really all just ganged up on this boy at his house. That there was more that was needed from each party.
That was trash.
Boston was an asshole. Boston's messy. Like, okay, y'all got that. I was like, but him literally lying, having y'all roll up 3D on this man over something he didn't do. And then here go Choose. I put your name back on the project. I was like, girl, that's how you say sorry.
Wow, literally
did
that shit. Wow.
So to answer Kai, Chim invited him, but she got Mew to bring him there.
Yeah.
Like she didn't invite him herself. She like got Mew to do it.
It just wasn't weird.
It was like they put it all on Mew. Like the only way you can say is if Mew agrees or
yeah, like if you get his apology and all that stuff, or if you apologize to him and he agrees. What do you feel about that, Dion, in that moment?
I have different thoughts on Boston. I was worried that the show would kind of inadvertently push the message that if you are someone who is more promiscuous, you are inherently evil or a terrible person, or you're terrible for not wanting to be with someone who wants to be with you, and that is exactly what the message was. And I personally don't care for that because he doesn't have to be with me. He doesn't want to. He's not wrong for not being with him. I think it would have been really nice if they would have had Boston kind of mend his friendship with Mew early on, like him trying to like make amends because he realizes how harmful you can be to someone. Like he trusted Adam, Adam played him. Maybe he can have an epiphany moment like, oh, I did the same thing, or I did something similar to Mew. Have him do that a little bit early on, and have him kind of like, I guess, like top work for it.
Kind of have like that top aha moment.
Right. And kind of like see him kind of doing that and kind of doing that kind of thing. Because then the show being like, well, since you were promiscuous and you didn't want to be with him and you did this stuff to you deserve to be lonely and no one forgives you. Right. And I'm sorry, I feel like Ray is the worst out of all of them.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes.
I keep saying it. The fact he felt entitled to use Boochie Cat went off and cheat on him with sand, out here drinking and driving, doing coke, about to get arrested, doing all these horrible things, and then he tells Sand, "I'm gonna be with Mew, but you be my side piece, and that's it."
Hello, that's what I was like saying. When the shit happened in the beginning of this, I was like, it's funny how you're mad about this, but you were doing this when you were trying to sleep with him. Like,
So them forgiving, you know, Ray and I guess Top, but not Boston is a bit odd. I know Boston, but like he don't care attitude, and I understand that kind of like whatever. But I just wish the narrative wasn't going this way. You know, I don't think you're a bad person because you be sleeping around. You're not inherently bad. I know the show may be perceived that way. But even Top ain't do nothing. At least we didn't see it. People dragged her just because
did absolutely nothing. It got dragged.
The Playboy persona, and that just was very prevalent. That's why I was so against this narrative. He's this horrible person. Like, he treated me well. Yes, so Boston, but outside of that, they've been good. They've been Gucci.
Yeah.
You have sex with him. What do you do? All right, bet ice cream. Let's do that instead. Let's go to the library with you. Let's go out to dinner to these places you've never seen before. Public affection outside. Oh, you got hit by a car or a bicycle. Let me find out who did it. See, those things matter. You see the characters do certain things, you know, and that's not excuse the MC with Boston. I'm just saying it just telegraphs his character a bit more for me. You know what I mean?
100% agree because like
you know,
Top got dragged for all this stuff, but Ray literally gets rejected, goes the fuck off, goes off on him, literally goes off, and they're like, it's okay. I get it. Like, it's fine. I'm like, people literally chewed you out because you wouldn't sleep with him. But Top, who, like, again, we know what he did wasn't right, but who's actually actively trying to make it up. It's getting dragged.
It's like the people who were excusing Ray were doing the exact same thing that he was doing to Sam. Because it's like Top slept with Boston, which morally was not right. I mean,
no,
like morally,
yeah,
but
yeah,
right. Guess who weren't boyfriends? Guess who weren't together?
He was single. Whose man was he? Nobody.
Like, and the thing is, Top did one thing. Let's say he did cheat. Top did one thing and then showed progression, and y'all was like, but no, he cheated.
No, they're saying that it was the bare minimum that he was trying to mend fences and try to get back in his graces.
That he was literally in this boy face 25 age.
But most may not agree to that.
Y'all said he shouldn't be in his face, but then you're saying what he's doing is bare minimum. Pick a lane.
Bare minimum.
Pick one.
How is it the bare minimum?
You want him to stay away and just wait for you to make up his mind? Do you want him to do the most? Or like what?
I just don't understand. And I tried. It just did not click to me.
Shaqii.
More to say?
Yes, I was watching
okay. Hold on. They can't hear you. Pause.
I meant to go do something and I started watching you and
girl,
what's the guy with the half name?
Dion Jackson.
Dion, you are so right. You are so freaking right. You are right. 110% right. Because remember, I keep saying everybody was making comments about my comments about Ray, but you are so right. I just want him.
Wait, I am the best.
The crowd up.
Come on, it's
you drop this king.
About this. Remember I said that in a couple episodes, and someone commented, "Oh, I rolled my eyes about Ray and he's been too much drama." Bullshit! You were able to get him for the drugs, for the this, for the that, for the drinking, almost killing himself twice. And here,
literally,
I'm not the biggest fan of Boston. I'm not. But come on, they didn't have to isolate him like that when he came over. You know, they could have treated him better. So I agree with you, honey. You're the bomb.
All I'm still, but like again, what you were saying that when it came down to how they were talking about Ray and because he was ignorant and people were just not okay with you saying that, but they just
the meaning of it.
People love throwing words around and don't know what they mean.
So it's like it's very much so give and take. People are taking this whole situation based on their own personal experiences,
which is fine.
I'm not saying no, but
fine.
At the end of the day, morally right, morally wrong. Where is
They
it?
could have
Like,
listen, Boston is leaving. We know he's an asshole, but let's compare everything that Ray did, and they were able to just sweep it under the rug, and accept him back without any consequences at all. You know?
yeah.
Come on, as friends, they could have come. I mean, the girl, whatever her name was, she did kind of tell him about himself, but that's about it. That's all she did. Mew did, yeah, Mew said a little something, but it was still, Boston was the enemy at the end of all. When he should not have been treated that way at the end, you know, even though they didn't want to remain friends, they could have still kind of like put it over a little different. I agree with you.
More so than you.
They did not keep the same energy when it comes
No, not at
Correct.
all.
Boston and Ray. Like, yes, Boston deserved whatever because he was messy. We get it, but Ray deserves them too.
Correct.
If you're gonna,
These are more.
yeah, he deserves it more. Like,
More.
Correct. If you're gonna say, you know what, you give people a chance to change, you know, they realize they can't really change him, but at least, come on.
exactly. That's exactly why they didn't put
Mind your
April in the
business.
season.
No.
She knew too much and she was gonna clock them all. So they said, "No, ma'am."
And it's just again, people have their own like feelings about the situation, but I don't think we're really understanding what is being presented here. But
it's not
it is
like
what it
I
is.
don't think that they're not understanding. I just think everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
That's
Just like,
fine.
you know,
I'm
we
not
all
saying
have a different opinion about something, but when you
I think people
really
are
look
too
back at
biased
the show,
towards the character or the
Yes.
pairings.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Very much, because that was definitely shown early on. People were more so all about like Cowan versus characters when they were just disliking like Mew and Top for whatever reason, even though
whatever reason. Like,
it just didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, 100%. It kind of just is what it is at this moment in here because they never liked Boston, so it was easy to dispose of him. Yes, he was already painted as the bad guy already in their eyes, right? With how he had sex with Top and all this other stuff. So it was easy for them to paint him automatically as the villain.
and Top too. It was easy for them to paint Top, but then when Top put on his Top Gun up costume and rushed in there and saved everybody from the cops, and everybody was like, "Oh, he is my savior."
Another thing, it's almost like they're dismissing that part as well too. Because if it really wasn't for Top, Nick would have gone to jail.
Nick,
Ray would have gone to jail.
Ray
Celia
would
would
have
have
gone to jail. No, not Nick. I'm sorry. Ray would have gone to jail. Sam technically would have been lumped in as well too. Everyone at that party would have gone into some form of drama because
They were trying to say my honey set that up. He didn't call nobody.
so it's like
I
don't know. I'm trying to answer the but well, it is what it is. Nothing we can do about that now. Whatever. Okay. Well, hold on. Since we're talking about Mew, let's touch on Mew for a minute there. Listen, darling. Hey, the action's taken by Mew today. How you feeling, baby?
Mew irritates me. He irritates me so bad. Like I get it. Okay, I get it. But every time, like he does that, I forgive you, but or like I will be nice, but I'm only doing this. Like, listen, the whole Boston thing. If you didn't want to forgive him, that's cool because he said the friendship was done in the kitchen. Cool. Then why invite him out to go see fireworks? You could have just left him there and been like, I wish you well. We're not going to go any further.
Right.
But instead, you bring him to the thing, making things like, okay, well, we're not friends, but just maybe. And then you're like, no, I don't forgive you. I don't like you. I only did it for her.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
let me hear what
the thing is, huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, the thing is, Boston knew that Mew was on some shit because he was like, do you only want me there because, you actually want me there? Or, and he was like, don't ask no questions. At that point, I was like, all right.
I would have been like, I'm good.
I'm going to go. Y'all be good. But I'm going to I'm gonna go over here with Nick so he can dump me.
Travis, you saw how Mew cut him off when Boston was saying what he wanted to do in the future?
Yes.
He was like, anyways.
That's why I said in the episode when they were playing, I'm like, why are you still sitting there, dude? You know, in real life, if you bring me to something and I'm uncomfortable, peace, see ya.
Go home. Bye-bye.
Go home. I was shocked that Boston was still sitting there.
Yeah, he stayed.
Somebody mentioned it in the comments though. They were like, I think Boston stayed there because he was lonely. And he wanted, because he said that to them. He was like, I don't want to be on the project anymore. I just want to be y'all's friend.
Yeah.
And like, he's just lonely, but this trash ass group of friends.
Trash friend. They all fake. This whole friend group is so fake.
Yeah.
Oh, you think it's fake? You think the group was fake?
They literally, one way or the other, messed up with each other. Like Ray, at the whole when he outed everybody's situation, coming at you, like spilling all her tea.
She deserved it though.
She did a little bit.
But if she's saying with Ray,
Boston recording you, and it's like they all messy with each other. Like this group is so fake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could not be friends with y'all no more. I'm like, I can't trust y'all. I don't know.
So.
But that happens in life, though.
It does, and I think that's what their point to showcase that not everything is just black and white, straight to the face.
Correct.
Like it's complex.
Yeah,
you know,
because there's people who are friends like these housewives and all these other you really
and they all fake. Like,
Wait.
all
Think of the show Girlfriends.
Yes.
No,
yes.
They have them all, and they try to make
how they do Tony all the time.
She was so fake.
They was coming after Joan left and right.
Joan was so fake. How she literally did something to each one of her friends, one way or the other. Every time I rewatch it, I'm like, girl.
But when it comes to Mew, I think take it back to the last episode when he was having that conversation with Top, saying like, we may get into an argument and I may end up throwing old stuff back in your face. How would you handle that?
I was like,
You don't.
Goodbye.
You don't.
Get out.
Granted, it happens in real life because that really does happen in arguments. But to showcase that when they basically saying forgive but not forget, that's when you leave that where that is and you just move forward. You don't bring things back up like that.
But in life, that is so hard.
I know. I'm not saying no, but not right still.
If someone do you something and you get freaking mad and you'll get in an argument, what do you think gonna happen?
Oh no, honey, it's happened.
Go bring it right up.
Correct. They bring it right up.
It's just like
you could say it, but this is why people will be people no matter what the heck.
What about when is it okay to bring it up? Because if he leaves dishes in the sink, you bring it up. How you saw Boston again? How that makes sense?
I'd be like, sir, get out.
Like, why are you bringing up that when we've already dealt with that and moved forward? Like, what do you do?
It just,
like, I hate that. Like, what does this have to do with
his cup?
Yeah. Like,
remember when you cheated?
When you actually catch me in a compromising situation that looks like it's going there, okay. You can clock me with it.
But you know,
why did they take the trash out? Don't come at me with that.
But the one thing I liked what Top did when he actually approached me and basically told him, get your shit together. When he said, listen, either we're in it or we're not. You're not going to use Boeing as, to get revenge on me. Okay, if you want this, fine. If you don't, let's just go our separate ways.
Yes.
That I really respected him for, like putting it out there.
It was really aggravating. It was aggravating. Mew was doing the most, and like Tom was like, "Listen, I'm off balance because you kissing him, like."
Yeah,
correct. That was
I was like, Top, read him down, read him, because at this point, enough's enough. Like, what are we doing?
Correct.
What are we doing?
Correct.
A lot, just based around just the character alone, the people were very much so heavy-handed on Top, especially given the situation. But it's almost like you're not taking the full scale of what's really happening and putting it into.
I think he's great. I like Top.
Yeah.
I love
Me
Top.
too. Me too.
Top is great.
Me too.
I feel like he fits like that Disney Prince archetype that Mew wants, but he kind of messed up a little bit without, you know. And then he isn't a bad person. He isn't. He's well on a regular. Even this episode alone, he's like, "Oh, you're a leader. You stood up when that fire thing. You're scared." I'm like, do y'all not see his character? Do y'all not see?
He's literally, to me, the one that has made the most change. And people like to throw around that, like, oh, the only reason we're all on Top's team is because he's good looking or whatever. And it's like,
that has nothing.
He literally made his mistake, owned up to his mistake, tried to make everything better, changed how he was acting. Like, we watched all of that. We saw all of
y'all
that.
Forgot. He blamed himself and told Boston enough. Don't do
He did. He did it in the bed. I blame myself.
It wasn't because of you. He did it on his own accord. Like, I feel guilty. It's my fault for sleeping with you, not you sleeping with me. It's my fault. Don't do that.
Yeah, he literally was like, that was wrong.
That scene that elevator was so delicious. I was like, I know that's right, Top.
Right.
You ain't.
And it's like for me, where I like saw that Top really meant what he said was when he told Mew, he told Mew's mom, he was like, I don't care if I end up with Mew or not. I just want to make sure he knows that I am sorry for what I did and that I'm improving myself and trying to do better. And from there, y'all should have been like, oh, okay, period.
Okay.
But why doesn't that matter to the masses? I don't understand. Why does that not matter?
Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
One thing they brought to the forefront is when he found out what Ray did. When he filmed Ray and Snap, that was enough ammunition for him to run back to me and go like, see, this is what you're using me up with, but this is what your friend is doing. He's doing the same thing.
Your man's doing it.
Your man, because that was your man.
He chose not to do that.
Yep. Not using dirty tricks.
I'm not using dirty tricks to get you back. And he said that to him. Yep. I'm trying to be the right and the bigger person. But people weren't seeing that at all.
They completely dismissed him. After the situation, they completely dismissed him. And I'm like,
I said to Kiki, you could do a million good things, but one wrong thing, one fucking wrong thing, that's it. You're good. Okay, get the fuck out of here, put your shoes on, and bounce. And that's all it was. It's like, I don't get it.
Shaqii said, you use my government name.
I thought you will. Shaqii Mills. He was like,
His eyes got wide.
No, but that's of importance, and no one is really taking that. They're only just focused on the fact that he had sex with this man. Now, I was one of those, as you know, that I did not like the fact that he did that.
Nobody liked the fact that he did that.
Right, but then looking at it as a whole, y'all, he wasn't with this man. They really weren't a boyfriend and boyfriend. That is not what this was. They were getting to know each other. So technically, free as a bird, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So,
people were saying in my comment section, I'm a Top apologist. They said, actually, I really don't dislike Top. I just feel a way because I am a virgin. If that would happen to me, I would have felt a ways. And obviously, sometimes you put your feelings into something that that's your man, but you feel like they are, so you feel a bit more hurt by it. You feel like someone should be obligated to you, even though that's not something y'all discuss.
Yes,
that's one of the growing pains. You can't expect someone to do right by you just to do it, just because you feel like you're entitled to. You have to actually communicate that, or expect people to be dating other people when they're talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Because that's a normal thing.
Sometimes the fandom can be very young. They don't know that. Sometimes fandom can be kind of othered or have a very low tolerance for anything. If you're talking to me, you say hi to me. Don't say hi to nobody else.
Hello.
Correct.
But sometimes that forms their opinion. That's why it seems unfair for them to do. Because I'm like, he ain't do nothing, y'all. They told me.
And that's what I like in this last episode here, when they were in the bathtub and they were talking things out.
Yeah,
they saying, I want this, you want that. When you're in a relationship, that's what you do. You start learning the differences about the person and compromising and figuring things out. And that's now them in a relationship. They're now really in a relationship. But in the beginning, they were just getting to know each other. So not for nothing, I could do what the hell I want.
Period.
You don't own me.
Okay, but wait. How do y'all feel about you telling Top that he should have got into his pants at his mama's house? He was like, "Oh, you should have got into my pants."
Oh, that he was already been ready to get back into the
I
set.
said,
Excuse me.
were you?
I mean,
I was
you
like,
give you. I mean, okay.
Tell me why
You
I was
know you
like,
were
it
still
was giving
mad.
love by chance. Tell me why it was
Oh,
giving
that-
love by chance.
The man was horny.
So was. So
Shit.
was.
What the hell? He
So
was.
was.
That's what it was given. I mean, it's a show we're talking about here
He
now.
said,
Okay? But
"Dang."
that's what it was given. He wanted a little something, something. He was, so he tried, but whatever.
Well, I mean, he said it was a 10 out of 10.
Correct.
So it kind of it is what it is at the end of the day. You
What do you
know?
all think about this so-called threesome that Ray tried to implement?
It was goofy and stupid.
Ray,
It was so goofy.
Ray played his mind game. Let me test you. Let me see what's up. For what?
look,
It
I
was
think
so awkward. I was like, so we're doing rounds with like everybody.
Right.
Are we gonna date each other?
Ray used that whole thing to cover up the fact he wanted to get some of Boeing. Ain't nobody stupid.
Hello.
That's what it was.
I mean, I could read that, to be honest.
You think
but
so?
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know. It was definitely
He
testing
just wanted to
how.
taste. That's what it was.
He
You
said,
think
"Oh,
so?
He
Boeing."
was definitely testing the water there. 100%.
I don't think so. I don't think he was testing the water in that sense to get some.
No.
authority.
Just to see what Sand would do.
Of course.
I
That's the whole
like
purpose of it.
the headcanon. He just did all that just to get a little taste of it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
him trying to test Sand.
Because that'd be hilarious if it was
I
just
know that
like,
would have sound better, but nah, it was the
But
testing.
at the
That
end
would've
of
been
the
funny.
day, though, that's how Ray's character was.
Y'all know
He
he crazy.
tests
Right, he
everybody
tested
in this damn
Y'all know he
show.
crazy.
He
so-
tested me.
He
I'm
testing everybody.
testing my case.
Testing me.
No,
That's
he
what I
testing
said.
everybody, but ain't nobody
Like-
giving him a drug test.
What about the scene
Straight to
where
Stay
the
friend. Stay
Sand
friend.
told him to leave the room?
Oh,
When-
from last episode?
From the last episode. When Sand told him to leave the room, I said when I was doing it with Shaqii, let me see what Cray is going to go do now. Because I'm sorry. If he didn't stay in that building and confront them, I would have been pissed.
No.
Okay?
That would
I
have not been
wanted him to
normal
run up.
for a
I was
person.
like, run up.
Like that wouldn't be a normal way to handle that because in real sense, as a human being, you're gonna really send me home, your current man, while you talk to your ex. Like, I'm sorry, you will say you're talking to us. Is what you're doing.
As much as Sand put up with Ray, I'd have been like, and I was rather like, you know what, bet you handle this. I'll meet you at home.
Hello?
He had to give me a reason. Sand's not giving Ray a reason to not trust him. It's the other way around, actually.
Okay. Like we said that.
We said that.
So
We said that.
it would have been a nice character moment because it would have showed growth in Ray. Like, oh, you know what? I've been wild all the time.
I'ma go
I'm
home.
feeling insecure.
Let me go home.
Let me go lay down. Let me go
No,
lay down.
baby, stop.
No, Ray, stay very
No,
good. You said I can't drink so far.
Let me ask you a question. Your ex roll up and you're there and you tell your current one, go home. You really think that she's gonna go home or he's gonna
I'm
go
running
home?
up.
Really? Really? Come on. Let's be real here.
Bring me.
Let's see what's
I'm not
happening.
taking all three of y'all home. We can have a pool party now.
No.
Right here.
You're not gonna
Right
say
here,
no.
right
You're talking to
now.
us. What's the tea? Let me know. Let me know what's going on here.
So what's this?
Who takes
Like,
this?
who's this?
Who that?
Who's talking to us? What conversation
That's
you
the
wanna have?
ex.
Mama
Correct.
said
That's the ex.
he's
You're
lucky,
sending me home and that's the ex. Like, come on. Like, that.
Like I told you, especially if your ex is that fine, you want me to go home? Oh hell no! What's going on here?
Honestly, though, Ray know what's up because he left Sand for Mew. Drop of a hat. Mew said, "Come here." Okay, bye, Sand.
He said,
Actually, I'm gonna say you
literally
too.
skedaddled over there.
Not you too. Come on.
All
Really?
very noble point.
Really?
Okay.
I agree 110%.
Fuck.
And then on top of that, everybody want to give me lip because I mentioned about the glasses make his nose look fake.
I'm gonna put the fan on real quick. Please.
What are you doing? Come here.
But it's true. I am looking here, girl. Okay. 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 I was talking it over with my Discord just to see how they would feel because it is like people I don't know in there. So I had to ask them straight up. So y'all heard that, y'all saw the comments. How do y'all feel? They're like, well, we understood it was just y'all weren't being serious. Y'all were just kidding. Y'all were being
It was a prop. They just wanted him to make his nose look big. That's all.
You have to remember at the end of the day, that is that man. That is how he looks. It's just when he has glasses on, it just pushes it forward.
Listen. That those glasses was a flop.
Okay, yeah.
When he first entered the series, the first thing I said, okay, this is why Tops liked him.
Because he reminded him of you. That's exactly,
When he met me, he was wearing glasses, right?
Yeah.
And he's the one who made me go and get laser surgery.
Yeah.
You wonder why?
This is the thing what we're not going to do. Sit here. Because a lot of folks I can understand. And I know that. But at the end of the day, that nose is not together. That makes sense.
I never said the nose was fake.
I'm not saying you did. What I am saying is that's just how it was presented. And I can understand you made a comment at that time, but
everyone knows that happens in the show, right? Everything that happens in the show, everything they wear in the show, their hat, their this.
But I don't think they intended the character to for the schnoz.
I mean, he was goofy, so it makes sense. He was.
He's goofy, so.
He's goofy.
Yeah.
Clown.
But at the end of the day, it kind of is what it is. Whatever.
At the end of the day, he did everybody dirty anyway. He did everybody.
So don't matter.
Okay, his character fit his whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
So
moving along,
he caused his issues. It didn't go the way he wanted it to. It is what it is. We touched on when they were in the bar. He made out with Boston. So all of that we discussed that already. So it's like at the end of the day, now we're at the end where all characters are at a party and it's Happy New Year. So who even knows where this is going to end up? I highly doubt it's going to be another season. I see that in the cards. I don't see that happening. But overall, how did y'all feel? Like just to break down the series from this top to bottom, how would y'all feel about that, given how we played everything out? What's your opinions right now as a series as a whole? Now that we're at the end mark.
Wow, it was very.
Do we want a season 2 or what's the question?
No.
What do y'all think about the show
as a whole? How did y'all feel about it?
I thoroughly enjoyed the show. Yeah. I think the last 3 episodes were crunchy crunch. I don't know what they were doing all that. Because where the hell did Dan go?
I
don't know. Why couldn't we get some type of personal career goals from Top and Mew? The ones we got from Ray and Sam were the most interesting. Yeah, they discussed something, but they spent lots of time with Sam and his band and his beer ring and whatever he was doing, and Ray going to rehab and getting that together. And we did a little bit of Boston photography, a little bit of Nick's graphic design, but what about Homegirl and her bar? What's up with that? Like, there's other things we could have been doing, and just spitballing with some other things. Cause I'm just sick of the back and forth the characters had. Yeah. Especially at the end. I'm like, damn, we got it already. Y'all some growing pains.
Cool.
Y'all, can we be cool and just do something else? Y'all graduate? I guess so.
Maybe,
yeah. Like the topic, we always like, if topic, you happy that I'm happy, hell.
Right.
Do whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that they're like, so I think they introduced Nyx because they want the possibility of a second season, not necessarily that there's going to be one. But I do also wish we had a time skip, like a huge time skip, instead of just the next year in February. Because I feel like we would have saw a lot more, and a lot of things would have been explained if we would have saw them grow up a little bit,
Yes.
But
agreed.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if they would have not had
Huh?
Just one more thing. I think it would have been nice if they would have had Nick not pursue Boston and kind of stay with like Dan or over there, but have, like I said, Boston.
Yeah, right.
All I saw was red lights.
It's the ambulance.
It's the ambulance.
That's the guy. Fucking crying. Anyway, sorry. You were saying, my bad.
It would have been nice if Boston would have mended his friendship with you instead of that whole mending his relationship with Nick. That didn't even mend it. They should have been.
Nick and Boston should have been done so a long time ago.
Yeah.
Especially when Dan came on the scene, like, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. It would have been nice.
Dan was the man.
He was.
Like,
I'm glad he became a villain.
Because it was giving that they were trying to do that. It was giving.
It would have been
That's
nice.
It would have been nice to see Nick, as you were saying before, figure out himself earlier in the show and find someone that he could relate to, and let Boston kind of like,
fizzle
out, whatever.
Yeah.
But it left Nick kind of like hanging, a little bit. And then if you deserve something, that
I wonder if that was their way of showcasing that in a situation like that. Even though that he's done messed up things to you, people still end up going back with that same person that has done all
that's possible.
But they did that so many times. I hear that grand speech to Adam in the bathroom. I was like, okay, bad. And you got Dan now too. We were good on that. We don't need to go back for you to just be upset because he busted down Boeing. Like, they didn't need to do that. The writers, come over here real quick. Let me ask you.
No, I honestly no. Don't take us out the group chat. Take us out of it. We don't need to know.
No, they need me in the chat. They need me in the chat.
Yeah, we can add somebody, but take the rest of us out. Add one person.
Take the fans.
I will do my due diligence. I will represent us, the black folks. I will represent us in the chat.
You got us. I won't be there. Just let me know.
Black excellence. Aaron.
I will be Issa Rae on set.
So there could have been a little bit more moments where we could have seen with Dan after that whole situation if they managed to patch things up and all this other stuff. It would have been nice to see that, but we didn't. So
we just got that little clip of like the year and them opening the picture being happy.
But to be honest with you, now that we're thinking about it, I really do believe that they were trying to show you guys or show us what really happens in the real world. Because technically, when you're in love with someone, you're in love with them. You don't really see their faults. So Nick had to really see it for himself to realize, you know what? I can't be with this guy. You were just hugging me, telling me we're going to be boyfriend. You're kissing me in public, okay? And then you leave, go to the bar, and by the time I turn around, you're making out with somebody by the bathroom. And I think they meant to show that because that's what happens with people like that. They're so in love that the mental abuse that they take, they can't see it because that love is blinding to it.
That's sand.
Because Nick just he knew what he knew, but he never physically saw Boston actually doing it. He saw topping you, not topping you, topping Boston. Remember, that's what that was live.
Boston that boy in the bathroom too.
But that was in stages. That was
it was a little different because in this, like here now, it's like he added that boyfriend word.
That boyfriend.
Correct.
So now it's like it's spelled a little bit differently.
Yeah, but you know what? Thinking about it as well, Boston said it to him. I have no friends. So I think he also clinged on to Nick because nobody else would hang out with him. You know?
Well, you would think if that is the case, he wouldn't go into the bathroom and have sex.
Because he can't change his ways.
And I know that.
He's just
because,
a sex addict. That's just the way he is.
Open relationship.
Yeah,
that's
what I said earlier. I feel the same way in regards to how Nick feels about being in a relationship with somebody. If you're in a relationship with me, you are only me and me alone. You're not me and other people. that's not how this is going to go. So I don't know if just because Boston already clarified who he was from the beginning, regardless if I'm gonna call you boyfriend or not, this is who I am. You don't do that.
But he never said that. He never said if I call you boyfriend or not, I'm gonna do this. He never did that. He never said that.
Like I said earlier, you got to communicate these things, not assuming and expecting that.
Never said that.
It is hurtful, it is, but you also have to do your due diligence protect yourself to make sure.
Yeah.
Boss gonna tell you the truth.
Because he was giving hints. He was dropping hints of who he really
and that's why
That part.
by now,
The entire time.
Yes, but
But guys, it wasn't him dropping hints. He flat told him.
Yeah, he was flat out saying like
we knew who Boston. We knew his character from the jump.
Yes, that
Right.
But Nick was in love with him.
Well, okay, you could be in love, but you know this man's character.
Well, listen. He finally figured it out.
We tried to warn him. I tried to warn him every episode, and Nick was
I was even calling him joke off, and he still didn't hear that. So, you know what?
He's listening.
Even the director says, "Baby, there's better fish in the sea."
Correct. I mean, everybody, but
that was a good one, and he let him know.
Wait, why did he deny Dan? Why did he reject him again?
He rejected him because
he mentally had already went back to Boston.
Because they had that moment on the roof. And they were talking about how much I missed you, and then talking about I love you.
He had already checked out.
I thought that happened after.
No,
it happened. Yeah, he met up with Dan after him and Boston met at his place, and they were talking.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, he met up with Boston first, and then with Dan.
Yeah, I think that's.
And then he rejected him on the staircase and walked away.
I think that's
because he was in love with Boston. He needed to see for himself. Really see after saying, okay, I'm going to give you another try. Really see, Rich, you left me 2 seconds ago. And look what you're doing. And we're in public. So if that was not eye-opener, then he got mentally.
I said he reminded me of this one character from another show, Brian Kinney. He reminded me very much of Brian, how he would do that when they would take him to the back room to start having sex with random people. He reminded me very much heavily of that character in that moment. But again, I don't know. We knew his character, so I don't know.
Nick's list was way too long on the dance floor in Boston, Phoenix. He was like,
"Hello,
you want me to do what?" He's like, "Hold your hand, go to movies." He was like, "Hold on."
He was only doing that because nobody else would be his friend. Nobody else would be his friend. That's why he was doing it. And Boeing was just, I tell you, man. So all the time, San was blaming Tom when he needed to blame Boeing.
Because Boeing was the real cheater. Let's talk about it.
It was
talk about it.
Wait a minute. I want to talk about something. Got on my nerves when they were like, "Oh, Top needs to make up with Sam." Excuse me? For what?
For what? What does Top O saying? He don't.
It had nothing to do with y'all. Nothing to do with
Nothing.
They barely talk.
Yeah, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with them as people. Why would
you? It went over here. Talk to your man.
Nothing to do with anything. It's just he just wanted it to be like, you know what? If we're gonna be around each other all the time, he's going to be there. So it's like, let's just keep the peace. But still, it really does not make a difference if you don't like me or not.
No.
Exactly. It is what it is. And now coming to find out, it was Boeing that left Sand for me, for Top.
Right.
It wasn't the
But
other way
that's
around.
always how it goes, though. Whenever the other one is doing something, you never blame your partner. You go for the other person. Every time.
Protect your partner. Why did he up and leave?
But he did the same thing with Ray. He wanted Top to be friends with Ray.
Yes.
Him and Ray's
Our friends, yeah.
But I wouldn't want to do that. This is the man who was trying to get you to sniff coke. Seriously? Why would I want to be his friend?
So at the end of the day, the same thing applies.
Right, but he was just trying to keep the peace. I get it.
That's exactly what he was trying to do.
Hold on to the inner circle and keep everybody together.
That's not Tom's fault. That was Sam's fault for running up. Sam should have stayed.
Correct.
It was not. It was not. That had nothing to
He
do
was
with
just
anything.
in his lane and he went to take concrete.
Exactly. Again, it was literally just him trying to keep the peace among everyone. But if you're gonna keep that energy, then what about Boston? Because remember what we said earlier, he can forgive whoever, but he won't pay Boston the exact same situation.
I think it's a little different.
It is very different, but that's what we were talking
I
about.
love that talk of like, is this necessary? This ain't necessary.
His
Okay,
whole
is it, do I really need to do this?
did it for me. I was like, Top is looking like, what the? For what reason?
You know what?
And music, please.
Tom tried to make amends at the hospital, at the little food court. He tried.
But not only that, you have to commend the Top's character too, because when
Patience, yes, and understanding, correct.
Yes, because when Ray walked into the apartment,
He is all of the above.
But yeah.
correct, he is. Because when Ray walked into the apartment and he walked in as if he owned the fucking joint, number one.
He popped up at a man's house.
Correct. You're
I
in
was
his
like,
house.
why did you invite this man into his space? I was like, see, Tom, I told you I was moving in too soon. I told you.
And Jordy, in your reaction, are you reacting? So
No.
Okay, listen, in your reaction, put that meme of Kim Kardashian behind the bush.
Oh,
That's what you can't.
So it's just, you know, it is what it is. I understand where Mu was coming from, but Top doesn't owe Sand anything. Boeing was the bad guy, and yes.
Correct.
I
Very,
don't understand
very
where Mu's
correct.
coming from. I don't
I
understand.
know Mu was irritating, but
He was just trying to keep the peace. I think that's
he was
what
trying to be nice.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's one of the. What?
He had his man kiss Sand. How's that?
Top looked like he was fighting for his life, oh baby.
Give me some sugar.
All you saw was all me and
Listen,
I don't know what
Listen.
his motivations were.
listen. When he did that, the first thing came to my mind was, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I couldn't believe, number
Me
one,
either. Right.
that you want another man to kiss your man that you're now trying to get back with, okay, in front of everybody. I think that's pretty cool.
And the fact that both of them didn't care either, I was like, okay.
Stop saying,
What are we
I'm
doing
so
here?
sorry. I took your man.
I've been like, I'm so sorry.
I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to tell you I'm so sorry.
His mouth was like, bro. I said, y'all, his mouth is bright red. This boy was fighting.
Give me that lip.
You need
Oh
a
my
rhythm.
God.
I was like,
Lucky Top
not a
didn't
rhythm.
like that shit.
Oh,
shout out.
Why not? I would have bite his ass. Get the fuck off of me.
you have to play nice. You have to play nice.
I gotta love
Kiss
it.
your boyfriend's friends, okay?
Gotta love it. Please excuse me. Remember, Ray was Mu's bestie, which made it easy to forgive him. Top was Mu's man, but what was Boston to Mu? Nothing.
Ray should not have been forgiven.
I don't know, y'all. They tried
Doesn't
to
make
push
it right.
that Mu
They very
was-
much so hinted that whole situation to them to be friends. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying, and I'll say it again, what he did wasn't right morally, but he was not in a relationship with this man. So, but
Right.
you know,
And his Gucci was untouched.
hello.
So it was, you know.
Why? Okay, I still understand why Mu called Boston when he got his ankles to the headboard. He said, "Guess who's in Boston?"
I'm about to do it, Chad.
I still say that the only reason you called Boston was to rub it in his face. It wasn't for the old friends. No, he
I think I'm
said,
gonna do tonight.
no, he said I was gone, didn't you? All that shit talking at the bar. What happened? Look where I am.
Listen, I'm not 100% agreeing with what they had, what Mu's character did in the episode
Same.
today by having his Top kiss Sand. But initially, his character was one of, you know what, I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to be one of these
He was
guys.
very on that.
You know,
that
I want
side,
if I
yeah.
find somebody, I want that person to be for me. I don't want a one night stand.
Yeah.
So he was
Right.
clear up front in the beginning what he wanted out of a relationship.
Yes.
you know. And if you want to be with me, you gotta, you know, be this way.
Yes.
So I'm not really 100% against Mew. I think throughout the show, he kind of changed a little bit because he got hurt.
Yes.
And because he got hurt, he's trying to figure out how to navigate.
How to maneuver that, yes.
And because I still love the guy, I still want to be with the guy, but how do I handle and still show my balls and make him know I'm in charge? You know? So that character that he was going through, you know, it's hard. It's hard when in your mind you get hurt. You know, it's really hard to deal with that. So I can understand how people feel a little bit, you know, but technically they weren't in a relationship.
They weren't.
And people need
I was doing this little revenge tour at first. I was like, go off. Because he was wrong.
Alyssa was very
I really were all at that in that.
He was wrong. Like, he should have messed with your friend like that.
No.
But when he got irritating was when he was like, okay, second chance. And then here comes Bo, and he's like, you know what? Never mind.
Right.
I'm still because he's definitely Bowen definitely got in that ear.
And that's when I was like, okay, Mew.
You're backtracking now. Like, you can't backtrack just because someone is speaking. That's exactly what Boston did. What are you doing?
Correct. And that's exactly what Boston did to talk with the video, which happened 2 years ago. And nothing actually happened. 2 years. Okay? But let's talk about that for a quick second, though. When Mew called Boston to say, hey, I'm going to get the top, I'm going to give it to him tonight. Why do you all really think he did that?
Well, I mean, they just said that. They just said why. Because maybe it was just to rub it in his face.
No.
I mean, again, of own personal opinions here, I don't personally think that that's what it was. That was his friend. He was just calling because they technically
I think that's the case.
It would be funny if
he called
him. Not telling Rena. We don't like him.
Yeah.
He called Boston because he's a virgin, okay? And he didn't know what to do, okay? And he needed some advice from his friend.
Right. He said, Boston, you've been with everybody.
He said, you go top Gucci.
He said,
It was like, what do I do?
Right, but what hurt him is to know that I trusted you and I gave you this information and I trusted you as a friend.
Yes.
And this
That's
is
why. That's why you had to call him for that.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's and that is why he can't be friends with Boston.
Ultimately, the reason he was upset is because that's someone who's a friend. And of all the people you did it with Boston, of all people. That's what his main big gripe was about this.
And that's why that was the wrong part, because it could have been just not Boston. Like, why Boston?
Yeah.
I think it was a total thing. It was my reactions. I was like, Top, you have to take whatever he throws at you if you really care about him, because you were wrong. Like, you should have been with his friend.
Yeah.
Correct. And he handled himself really well. He
didn't run. He didn't like deny anything. He let him know that that's exactly what happened. He was remorseful. He was upset. He was sad. So he did everything that was expected of him.
He was sincere. That's what I kept saying.
Yeah, he wasn't like fake. He wasn't like whatever. He wasn't that energy. He was very much
that's why I was getting upset with Ray. Everything for Ray was, I'm sorry. And
then go back and do the same stuff.
And go back and do the same thing.
And then turn around and go back and do the same shit. Like, how could you be sorry?
But because he never got punished. They never came down on him about anything.
Correct. Never punished him.
So,
but
his punishment was that community service. He said, I can't do this again.
Yeah. He barely doing it the first time.
No fact.
He was teaching the class to this child.
Look, them kids did not like him.
Kids don't like Ray. Them kids peep Ray the way we peep Ray. They was like,
I didn't like Ray. I didn't like Ray's character.
I wish they would have shown Ray make amends with his father as well.
Yeah.
Also, that plot line with Santa went nowhere. I don't know why they brought that up.
Yeah, like, why do you even make it so, like, tension if it wasn't going?
Right.
It's a 2-minute piece of that. There's a lot of scenes that was very, like,
left unsaid.
I know there was a lot of things that were just drawn that could have been honestly just sliced out and put in things that would have helped with character growth. like as far as we know now, because they made it public knowledge, it would have been a lot better to see certain things we just didn't see.
And that's one of them.
But
So
that was probably the stuff that they ended up cutting for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Was the stuff that probably would have given us more context.
Yeah, correct. So it is what it is at this moment. But I think overall for the series, I think that for what we got, I enjoyed it very much.
I enjoyed this
Random
series.
time.
A lot.
And I loved it. It stressed me
And
out.
it was a good
I loved
conversation.
every minute of it.
The
Correct.
cinematography was delicious. It
Oh,
was
it
so
was
good.
so like
Everything was shot. I enjoyed the actors acted down. You know, like everybody definitely served.
Carlton
I will-
Ryan.
especially
Wait,
Carlton.
hold on.
Especially Carlton.
Wait. Pause. Speaking of workshops, did Top really?
Yes, he showed too.
Okay.
Yep. Showed him.
Did what?
Turn around and push him against
Just
the-
wanted to clarify. I was like,
on that birthday.
like groceries.
Black groceries.
He went down,
No,
but they
no, no,
cut
no,
the
no.
camera so we couldn't.
No, no,
And I
no.
knew that we wouldn't get anything like how we got with Boston and that, and also like with Boston and it. We would not get that
With no shower, I'm crying, Shaqii. We don't know if he showered or not. The only person who didn't shower was
Ooh.
So
He had a
we
little
would
seasoning in them
They
groceries.
wouldn't do that for Fortune, but they wouldn't go that far with both of those characters. So it's like I had a feeling with them. So it isn't this no biggie, but we kind of knew what it was. So whatever. But overall, it was a really good series. So well discussed. It was especially because it was an original. There was no book to go off of. There was no book thumpers
No,
in
it
my
was a very
comments.
It started good combo.
Yeah, good combo.
It started good combos, like
Oh yeah.
Yes, sure did. Sure did.
conversations in general about this series.
Yep, seeing people's how they would handle a situation was very telling of how I would take something and how
It told
others
me
would.
and he gave up. That's what it told me.
Hello.
And again, like I said before, respect to everyone's opinion, but when you try to make your opinion the everything is when it's like, okay, well, first of all, calm down. Like I have my own thoughts and opinions here too. So it is what it is. Just like Kim Porter, that had a lot of good conversations as well too. So to see different sides of how people will handle things. So in that regard, A+.
Yeah, the show is pretty good. That damn hedgehog from Kim Porter.
Oh God.
May he rest in peace. He did not deserve what he.
The gerbil? The hedgehog?
The hedgehog, yes. Rest in peace, that hedgehog.
Oh,
But-
he had to deal with that owner. Okay.
But it was that I think that yeah I touched on everything for all of the plot points for everything. I don't really know if there's really anything else to really say about it. It's done. It was a good time. And another series in for the history books.
All right, so then peace.
Okay, thank you so much for coming
Because you
in.
think I didn't hear you. I thought she was going to stay for the.
I thought she was because that's what you
I
said.
ran outside. I heard you say that. And I'm like,
That's what you said.
but then the gentleman there was making a really good point. So I had to come and make
The
my
gentleman there, Dion Jackson, you're funny.
All right, guys. Bye.
Thank you for coming on and being a part of the conversation.
She said, "That's my show."
Huh?
She said, "This is my show."
She said, "This is
Right,
your show."
I love her though. She's great.
Say, Shaqii, who is the mush?
Huh? What?
Come on,
I
mama.
can't hear you. You're moving around. I can't hear.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I love her. I love her. I do enjoy doing shows with her, and there'll be more on the list to do. So, but again, I think we kind of pretty much covered anything. Is there anything else that y'all want to say? And any final notes?
Nor.
Okay, wait. I want to know you guys' opinions on everyone's style, their outfits and stuff.
I think Top had a really good style.
I'm so happy he got rid of those white socks though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Getting
so
any man in white socks, I'm not a fan of. But yes. Yes.
I think out of
Let's have
everyone,
Ray's style the best.
Race.
out of
race,
everyone, I
other
like
person?
Nick's style.
great
Look
outfit,
now.
but also let's talk about Nick's hair. That wig was everything. I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
That wig was moving and shaking.
Hello, every
That was
time.
good.
And it always
Ugh.
the same, like, situation.
Head
Right.
and shoulders, L'Oreal Pantene.
No, stop.
Hello. Very, very
Yeah,
like,
your hair was moving
the
like the girls with the bobs when they're trying to show off the style.
Wait,
And it's just like,
what's that mannequin with the Reba haircut? She's like shaking.
Oh, it's like
but you know,
That
it's
bob
a
was
style
quaking.
that I
Mark,
really
don't cut it ever.
If I had to pick a style out of all the boys, I think because it's me, I love Sans like rock edge, like graphic tees. I love that. Very much so laid back. I enjoyed his style very much, to be honest.
I would personally pick a Boston style. That sleeveless tanks and stuff.
Oh, his
and
outfit
very
when they went to the
casual.
skate park was everything.
yeah.
Yeah,
I personally love Nick's style. He just looked comfortable all the time.
comfy,
Like a big
comfy.
dumpling. He's so
Yeah.
comfy.
Now I will say
feel-
I forgot how he dressed before he got that transformation. Remember he started working out and like
He
his
used
outfit.
to
I
wear
forgot how he
like
dressed before.
But in
He
that,
wear,
knew
like-
dressed differently at the beginning too.
Yeah, Mew was very obvious with his change.
Yeah.
No, but did you notice that Nick went from what he used to wear to like trying to dress like top back
Yes.
to what he used to wear?
yeah.
Yes.
So, but like he always wore graphic tees and like sweaters and very comfortable, and that's like, you know,
Yes.
big pants.
I think they styled everybody very well for this show, especially for this day and age now. You can tell, like, with the pants tucked in, with the collar.
No belt.
Very much so. No belt.
Ray always having a belt now.
Not top.
Not top.
No.
Never wore
Top
one.
says, I don't need a belt.
He never.
He
Yeah,
had
It's on my waist.
them pants were up to his neck. He had that shirt tucked in.
They had my boy dressed like a whole pappy.
That
Gravity
professional
ball.
look. I don't know when
But,
that look started to become popular, as it's like a regular day wear where you're basically dressing up just to go to the store. But it's a look now, you know.
I love how Jenny was glowing at that last scene.
Yes, I just adore her. I just adore just anything that she's in. I just love her.
And she got talk with you a little bit. She's like, bitch, hold on now. Don't. This is my speech.
But overall, I think it was. What happened?
I'm in her bundle. Sorry, I just thought about her hair.
Oh,
Jenny's
Jenny's
hair
hair?
was hair ringed.
Mm-hmm.
That girl, oh my god. Oh yes, honey.
Don't get Melissa started. Don't get her started.
No, he really didn't, huh? He literally stuck to the unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt. So
Hawaiian shirt, yes.
He did. He
that's
was
the,
right.
that's the floral giving.
Because beard underneath.
Looked like he was on vacation the entire time. He's like, y'all, it's hot in Thailand. I'm just gonna rock this from now on, okay? So, but no, I think I'm overall only the series. If I had, okay, let's do this. Each one of y'all, if y'all had to give OnlyFriends a rating, Alyssa, what would you rate from 1 to 10, or 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, what? Like from where we were to where we are.
8.5.
8.5 out of 10. Okay, Jordy.
Yeah, I would give it like an 8.
An 8 out of 10. Okay, Dion.
I'll also give it an 8.
An 8.
It would be higher, but his last 3 episodes kind of like pissing me off. So
Yeah.
like, girl.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But definitely a high score, just not the highest.
Yeah, because it wasn't like I loved it. I just wish there was more context or certain things were in there.
Yeah.
It was still really good.
Is there any show, like, off the top of your head, fast, that is a 10 out of 10 for y'all?
Not me. Hello, what you talking about?
Okay, not me to okay, not me to freeze. Okay.
Manner of Death.
Manner of Death.
Yeah, I would say Manner of Death.
Manner of Death, 10 out of 10. Okay. Okay.
Crossing the line.
Also,
Crossing the line, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Because everyone has like their certain criteria when it comes to what they look for in a show and what would make it out of 10 for them, like all checks off the board. So I was just curious. Okay.
Honestly, I'm a context person. I need something that'll keep the story going, but you can throw in mess. Like I love mess.
Yes.
But like I need holes to be filled.
Yes.
I don't like fillery things.
Yeah, even if the show is just a fully messy series, make the mess make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense.
Make the mess
I
make
like
sense.
proactive protagonists. Someone who moves the plot forward, someone has a goal in mind. That's why I like my school president. He had a goal in mind. Every day he was hustling to that goal.
Sure was.
He about to get derailed, but he got back on track. His man kept him on track. His mama kept him on track. Oh, she's a queen. I love stuff like that.
You better preach.
Or when they pivot, like My Secret Love, where like old boy was having a crisis because his friend left him behind. And he was like, "What did I do for myself?"
And like 8 Cents is another 10 out of 10.
The 8 Cents, yes. Cinematography for the 8 Cents, yes.
It's literally Beth's freaking kiss. Like that show had it all. Had everything.
Very much, yes. Okay.
Y'all, he was in therapy. They had that boy in therapy on a show.
They showed
it was like it was progress. At first, I ain't gonna lie, his therapist, I was like, why are you talking to him like that?
Right.
Oh, like,
I'm glad she did, though, Alyssa. I'm glad she did.
Into it, which you like.
But that. I liked her after I once I understood her methods. I was like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, girl.
Yeah, she a little aggressive, but she had let her cook.
You gotta meet them on that level for them to understand.
Well, especially him, because he was hard headed.
So, well, okay.
He looked traumatized. That's all it was.
Yeah, he was my baby. Okay, 10 out of 10.
I think that pretty much kind of covers it, kids.
Yeah.
All like I tell you guys all the time. Reactions to those who reacted. If GMTV allows, will be out tomorrow. Come catch me at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You know, we do a live breakdown premiere for the reaction.
You're so
but
black.
Yes, all links are in the description for every single person here. That way you guys can get into their gigs. I made sure to get over it. That way it's good to go. But other than that, thank you so much for coming out and talking. And I loved it. It was a good series. There's more to come. There's so many more. But all y'all, please have a good night. Thank y'all so much to Dion, Alyssa, and Jordy for coming through and talking to us about this. But y'all, please stay safe on your night. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all so much for coming. I will see y'all in the next one. All right, everyone. Good night, everyone. Bye. Bye.